Good evening, and thank you so much for tuning in to Ubuntu channel. We are live, and today is Monday, 16th of October 2013. We are back with another exciting program, and as usual, I'm your host, Lawrence. And this week, we have one interesting character that we have seen in the movies. Obviously, let me break it down. Um, this year, Netflix saved us with one classic movie that was done right here in Zambia. And today we are hosting one of the actresses in that particular movie titled Now You Can See Us. And I'm joined by none other than Ruth Jule this week, and we are going to talk about the issue of rising in the in the Zambian movies industry. And Ruth, thank you so much for joining us this evening, and welcome to Ubuntu channel.
Thank you so much for having me.
It's a pleasure indeed, and we appreciate the fact that you honored our request to be here. Now, getting the ball started, who exactly is Ruth?
Ruth is a Zambian lady, Tonga by tribe, an extrovert by personality. Yeah, who draws in Lusaka, currently resides in Lusaka.
And I'm going to pass our house number so that we can follow you up in case.
Ah. Yeah.
Nonetheless, thank you so much. Before we get to the acting part, we are going to talk just a little bit about your career. What exactly do you do other than acting?
Okay, I am a degree holder of a human resource, and I work for Aiden University as one of the human resource officers there. Yeah, the main campus in Ballaston Park, Mondays to Fridays, and yeah.
And on weekends, you are doing something else, obviously.
Yeah. On weekends, side hustles, trying to see what gig I can get with acting, what next gig I can do in the movie industry, auditions and whatnot.
So, what exactly motivated you to be an actor, an actress,
Uh,
to be specific? I think we are
um,
gender actor, actresses, so we will do that. Actress.
well, my passion started way back at Njasa Girls. I went to Njasa from grade 8 to grade 12.
Okay, seemingly internet also working
I
wonders
I
on
played.
us, and seem to have lost Ruth. Well, she's back. Ruth, welcome back.
Thank you, thank you.
Right, you can go on.
Yeah, so back at Njasa Girls, I was at Njasa Girls Secondary School from grade 8 to grade 12. And while I was there, I used to do a lot of stage plays. I used to play the role of King Herod, and I think I used to execute it well. So the passion was grew from there, and I've always loved the camera. I am not camera shy. I think the camera is my best friend. So from there, afterwards, I thought maybe I could pursue acting afterwards. Though when I started, I wasn't really serious with it. It was just a by the way because I really didn't have a job then. So I was thinking, okay, well, to kill time, I think I can see if I can get myself acting.
Uh, the, I kind of interview quite a lot of people right here almost every week, and when we talk of acting actually and music, these two things, a lot of people seem to have the passion but just don't know where to start from to pursue it, especially here in Zambia. How did everything just open up for you after completing um, um, your studies and all that? How did everything just open up to you that you would even find yourself somewhere? I know we are not yet into the details of everything, but we are just doing some preliminaries here.
Um, I must say it has been God. at the helm of it. I think it's been his divine intervention because I used to go for auditions many, many times and thousands of times, and I was never called for any of those. There was never a callback for me. I would go for one and it would be done. The but I never gave up. I continued, of course, with faith and with speaking life. I am a believer. I'm a believer in Jesus Christ. So everything that I do, I like to make sure that it depicts my work with Christ. So I always used to speak life. I said one day one director is going to see my talent and they'll pick me. But while we're at it, I will continue going for auditions. So I continued to go for auditions, and the first role I ever got in the movie industry was when when I played an extra in Zuba. I think that should have been season 2 or 3. I really can't remember. But I played a role of an extra, and I was one of Zuba's designers. So I was just sitting there, really. There was no dialogue. I just sat there and watched everyone do it. And I thought to myself, I said, oh, okay, this is how it's done. Yeah. And then afterwards, I proceeded for the audition of Can You See Us?
Okay. Before we get to Can You See Us? Um, let's dwell a little bit on Zuba. uh, we've seen quite a number of people. You see the coming in of Zambezi Magic into this industry here in Zambia, and all of a sudden there is a lot of movement. There is so much happening when it comes to creation of movies and series here in Zambia, and a lot of people see that as one of the motivating factors to what is happening now, the trend that is happening now. Do you agree with them?
I don't think to have understood your question.
Let me rephrase that. We have seen the coming in of Zambezi Magic into the Zambian movie production here, and they seem to have assisted quite a lot and given that much exposure to Zambian created content. And where we stand now, everybody says it is because of them that a lot of things are moving. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I like the fact that Zambezi Magic has actually opened doors for Zambian producers and Zambian actors and actresses. It's good. It puts us on the market, and it's a good motivation as well, because then at least we know that we're going places and our talent can be seen. It's not just going to be within, but it's going to be all over Africa, seeing as how multi-choice is everywhere in Africa. So it gives Zambia a platform to be seen all over Africa, which is a good thing, which is a motivation. Yeah.
Interesting. Um, Now, when we go to Azuba itself, at the time that you got the role, what was the process all up to the time you were given something to do, at least even if it was not a big role or whatever it was that was given to you? How was the process? How easy was it to get that?
Well, nothing comes easy, I must add. If something comes easy, normally it's difficult. So, like I said at the beginning, it was all about trying out auditions and availing yourself. Most actors, upcoming actors in Zambia, they do not want to try out small roles. They just want to go into the big. But how will you go into the big if someone has not seen the small that you can do? So for me, it was just all about auditions and seeing where I can be slotted in, where I can give it a try. So after following up, because I'm in a WhatsApp group with actors and actresses and directors, film producers, and so I could normally they would post to say, okay, fine, we need an extra to do this, this, this. Are you available tomorrow? Can you come through at this time? And then I availed myself. So that's how a post was added that they needed extras for Zuba, and that the extras would be designers. So they said the time and the location, and I availed myself. That's how I found myself there. So it's all about availing yourself when there is need.
Quite a number of times we see people, especially young people, um, having that sense uh, of uh, of I, I'm trying to find a certain word, but it's not coming through. Nevertheless, a lot of people feel that they deserve more than what they are given, and in the end, a lot of people are left out for some of these roles. What would you advise young people who are pursuing uh, these kinds of opportunities?
Well, first of all, you have to build yourself. You must build yourself, and you're not just going to be there overnight. If we look at actors, let's give an example to actors in Nigeria. The Ramsey Noah, Ramsey Noah is where he is today because there's a way he started. We need to be humble in our beginnings. As you harness the talent, you must try to be humble. The problem that some actors may have is you are only starting. Nobody knows you. Everybody's trying to get to understand who you are in that moment, but then you want to overmarket yourself. You want to make it seem like you are more than what you are, like you are the star who has made it. So I think upcoming actors and actresses just really need to tone down until they can harness their talent, until they can polish it, and the talent will market itself for you. If your talent is good, it's going to market itself for you. You don't have to blow a trumpet to everybody and say, no, I'm good at this thing, this is what I deserve. Once they see what you can do, they'll be able to know where they can rate you. Yeah. Yeah.
Away from the movies, I actually saw something on Facebook just today. It was our local musician, that is Abel Chungu, who was talking
Mm.
about the amount of money that was paid to Neo, and he says, "Well, if I'm given this amount of money, I would also be able to give it my whole and make sure that I give you the very, very, very best if you pay me that amount of money. And I'll even go a step further and I'll take photos whoever wants to take a photo with me. And I'll even go ahead and take even photos with your pets." And there was quite a backlash. Do you understand the backlash? Is it that you have to? Is it a situation where you are saying you have to earn it to be there, or you demand for what so that you can give out the best?
No, because first of all, I understand Abel Chungu's sentiments on that, but what I can say is that I think Neo has worked hard to be where he is, and like I mentioned, it's his talent that is selling him. The reason why Stanbic actually saw him in the first place is because of the talent. That is a three-time Grammy Award winner. And then you could even see the humbleness in himself, the meekness, the way he was attending to everybody. That man has literally harnessed his talent, and he knows how to use his talent to get what he wants. So after he has sharpened it, people are looking at the amount that Neo is paid after the work was already done in the background. They don't know what he had to do to get there. I am quite sure that before Neo became the Neo that we know, he was probably getting small amounts, doing very, very small gigs, but now he is up there. The talent is there. The talent is selling him. The talent is selling him himself. He just sits there and he hears, oh, okay, fine. Stanbic Zambia is asking for you. This is what they are offering. What are your rates and whatnot? And then the talent is just speaking for him. So it's all about talent. If Zambian musicians and actors want to reach as far as Neil, let them harness their talent, and the talent will sell itself. I cannot emphasize this enough. The talent will sell itself for you. You don't have to do much for you to get there. Just work on the talent.
Everybody watching us, remember we are live and streaming on various social media platforms. That is YouTube, we are on X, and we are also on Facebook. And remember, you can leave a comment, and also probably if you have a question for Ruth, please feel free to do so, and we should be able to see the questions live and direct right here on Ubuntu channel. My name is Lawrence, and I'm joined by Ruth Jule, who is one of the actresses in the blockbuster Can You See Us movie. Everybody's proud of that movie. I think let's get into it.
Yeah.
When I think uh, this movie being marketed, and I saw the producer Lawrence Thompson, and I was like, this must be a classic. How was it working with this man? Because I think he's one of the legends that we have in the movie industry here in Zambia.
So when we're in production, I really didn't get to spend much time with him. But I must tell you, when I went for the auditions, I auditioned for a role of a mother. You know, when you go for auditions, they just tell you, they tell you, they position you, stand there, and then they tell you and action. So I was thinking before the auditions, I was thinking, what role would I audition for? So I auditioned for a role as a mother whose friend was telling her to say we needed to sell drugs, we needed to export drugs out of Zambia. And then I was telling my friend to say, I can't leave my child here alone. My child is all that I have. If I leave my child here, who's going to take care of my child? I have built so much, and I know that this drug smuggling is going to bring me more money, but I just can't leave my child. And then when I was done auditioning, he said, okay, because obviously they ask you your tribe and all that, there are certain details they ask. Then he asked me, he said, do you think in Tonga? And then I said, yes, I do. Because actually, believe it or not, I think in Tonga before I express it in English. So I said, yes, I do. And he said, can you react this in Tonga? And I spoke it all the way in Tonga. And he was like, okay, okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Well done. So that's when I met him. And then here there I would meet him, but he would just come to be like a sneak peek. He would be there for a few hours, but then you find the times he's around, I am on set. So I really didn't get to have detailed conversations with him, but it was a pleasure to meet him because he's a giant in the movie industry.
Tremendously. So, for those who have not seen the movie, kindly, I think, just tell them what role you play in the movie.
Okay. In the role, I played the role of Chama, and I was the mother to Joseph.
So we are looking at the mother to Joseph, and Joseph is actually the main star in this particular movie. And now, uh, going on from the start of the movie,
Hmm.
how challenging was it? And to be where you are, did you see yourselves getting to making something as big as it is?
So I'll start with the first question you had. What were the challenges I had in the beginning? One of the challenges I had in the beginning was the fact that I am an extrovert by personality. Those who know me will tell you I am an extrovert, a loud person, hyper, happy, full of energy, you know. But when it came to the role that I had to play, Chama is a calm, humble, subtle woman. So the process of changing from the character of Ruth Jule to a character of Chama, quiet and humble, was really tough. I must say, because there are times when I would be on set and I would forget that I'm not Ruth anymore. I would forget that you are not Ruth. Currently, you are Chama. So the swapping of changing into characters was one of the major challenges I had.
And going on in in the whole process of making this movie, what was going on in your mind? Did you ever imagine that this movie would actually be trending worldwide?
No, I didn't. I didn't see it reaching this far. I really didn't see it reaching this far. I thought it was going to be one of those nice Zambian movies that we put in the cinemas, and it would be all over. It would be making noise, but I just didn't think it was going to be this big.
And talking of cinemas, actually, good thing that you've brought it up. Um, how much have the cinemas helped in the movie industry itself? Um, I'm asking this because I think in most cases, the cinemas seem to concentrate on foreign movies, but not so much on our own movies. How much have they helped?
No, they really have helped. If you follow the cinemas very well, Star Chronicle, you'll find that every time there are always movie premieres. I would encourage people out there to make sure that they follow the cinemas because they are always premiering these movies. Whenever a movie is done by the directors, they always premiere them. There's always, I think maybe every weekend or every after 2 weekends there's always a movie premiering. So they really do support. They really do support. they are very, very supportive. Actually, they are into making sure that Zambians can see their own content, because once the directors do it and then they take it to the cinemas, it allows a big pool of people to actually see Zambian content. So when it comes to Zambian movies, the cinemas are very supportive.
And the Can You See Us movie, many characters, and I see quite a number of I saw quite a number of Zambian great actors in that movie.
Hmm.
How how did you blend in? Because there are veterans there. You can talk of the Kangwachileches and all that.
Hmm.
Veterans who have actually whom we have grown up watching, and they are still there trying to play a role. How much of help are they giving to people who are coming up like you?
Okay, I'll talk about it from my aspect. I don't know about the other upcoming actresses, so I'll speak from my view. So the interaction I had with the veteran Honorable Kangwa Chileshe, it was amazing, because the rapport was there. We could communicate. He helped me get into my character. There are times when I needed to do certain facial expressions, and you say, okay, fine, let's try and do this. Even during rehearsals, because you do have rehearsals with them before you are on camera. So even during rehearsals, you tell me, okay, fine, why don't we try it like this? And then you would also be able to give him a suggestion. So why don't we try it like this? So it was amazing. It was mind blowing for the fact that he could help me get into character. If there's a certain emotion I needed to pull out, he helped me pull out that character. So it was such a great honor, and I look forward to actually having to act with him on another set. I think it would be amazing.
Okay, questions arising actually. When
Yeah.
some friends of mine from Nigeria watched that movie, they contacted me saying, we are finally seeing a Zambian movie now. We can now say welcome to the club. And I got that sense of pride. I was very proud that at least people from outside the country for once are talking about my country on doing something that is very amazing. Now, where exactly were the locations for this movie?
They're right here in Zambia, different locations, different
Because
locations right within. I can't remember all of them.
no,
And some of them I don't even know their name.
wherever I can remember, please share.
Um, there's okay. I'll talk about the hospital. I remember the hospital. The hospital was Kablonga. There's a hospital Kablonga there opposite. There's a school there. Kablonga. I don't know, but I know it was in Kablonga. It was in Kablonga, and then in the first scene where I was with my first husband, Honorable Kangwa Chileshe, it was done somewhere in Libala. Yeah,
Hey,
the scene was in Livala. A bit further, yellow shop to your left, if you know the place very well. Yellow shop to your left, there's a house there. There was a ground. I can't remember where that ground was, but there was a ground somewhere. If you see a scene where I'm rushing to save my son from the bullies, after he
yeah,
ran out with his toy car, there was a ground there. Then the part where his leg was being cut, Chongwe, down, 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 Chongwe. The part where I really, like I said, I may not know the name, so I'm just going to be giving those hints.
yeah,
The
yeah, yeah.
part where my son goes to meet his father, Honorable Kangwa, after I had passed. That house is in Livala.
It just had to happen when we are enjoying the conversation. But internet does that sometimes, and we are proud that you are watching us. Remember, Ruth will be coming back shortly and joining us right back so she can continue this conversation. But we will really appreciate if you can just type in your questions for her and let her spill the beans when you talk of the production of this particular movie, and we will be happy to ask her and get those responses for you. Remember, this is Ubuntu Lifestyle. We come through every Monday where we talk about various aspects of the entertainment circles. We talk about Christianity. We talk about everything that caters lifestyle. And my name is Lawrence, as usual. I am with you every Monday on this particular program. What we're going to do right now is just take a quick break. And then thereafter, we shall come through and continue the conversation with Ruth. I hope a break is ready, my producer. All right, seemingly not really ready, but let us just go through what Ubuntu is all about. Ubuntu comes through every day of the week with a program, and we are a channel that believes in live content. Like right now, we are live, and you are catching us live and direct from wherever you are watching us from. Thank you so much for your viewership. Thank you so much for all the comments that are coming through. Thank you so much for that. You are part of our growing brand. And remember, today is a Monday. We come to with Ubuntu Lifestyle, where we bring you everything to do with lifestyle. On a Tuesday, we come through with political Tuesday, and this is the platform where we gather quite a number of politicians from various political parties to come and debate and talk about various issues affecting you and the country. Wednesdays, Lance comes through with mutual leaders, where he brings you various leaders from various sectors and various sections of life, and they come here so that they can share some ideas and things like that. On Thursdays, we have our very own in-house counselor, that is Evangelist Shabula, who comes through to share with us various aspects of livelihood, that is talking about the way we live in our households, right inside your households. And sometimes he even sneaks into your bedrooms and talks about your bedrooms. Just don't miss that one. On Fridays, the boys come through with Ubuntu Sports, and here we talk about various aspects of sport. And Saturdays, Chaza takes us through the headlines of the week every Saturday, and you get to have an opinion as well as to what has trended inside the week. And remember, this is Monday, and therefore we are on lifestyle, and Ruth is back. Ruth, welcome back.
Thank you. Thank you. Sorry about that.
Whatever what, whatever network did there, we pray it doesn't happen again. We were
It
enjoying the conversation.
no, it will not happen again.
Awesome. You can't guarantee that anyway.
No.
So you were sharing the areas where the movie was shot. We can pick it up from there.
Yeah, so the last one was the one after my son went to meet his father, Honorable Congratulation, and his mother, Francia. I must say, I was delighted to meet Francia. She is an amazing woman, a powerful actress. She is my role model when it comes to the movie industry. When I look at her, I say I want to be like this woman. It's powerful. The way she just throws those emotions on camera, it's amazing. So yeah, so those were the locations that I can really remember.
I asked you this because at some point, I think I overheard some people debate where this movie was actually shot, and some people seem to believe that actually this movie was shot in South Africa. Believe you
You know, it's very much Zambian, very much Zambian. In the Zambian
not.
soil, that's how authentically Zambian it is.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. It's 100% Zambian. Nothing important apart from the cameras, obviously. Now, going going ahead, we let's bring it up now. We talk about Joseph, the baby Joseph, the young Joseph. I was actually shocked to learn that you guys used a girl.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean,
we used it raw.
how how did she manage to play that role and actually consistently behave like a boy, dress like a boy, and act like a boy and respond like a boy?
I mean, when you have a director like Kenny Rock, I think you can do anything, honestly. You can you can pull out whatever role it can because he is such an amazing director. He knows his stuff. He knows what character he wants to bring out, and he knows how to make someone bring out that character. So she did a tremendous job with the help of everyone on set. It was easy for her to blend in and pull the character.
Interesting. And the moment I learned that, then I had to watch the movie again because I didn't. The first time I watched it, I didn't know it was a girl, and only to
Yeah.
learn that weeks after I had watched the movie. Wow, you guys just did so well, and we are so proud
Thank
of you.
you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
We can talk of the marketing. Were you guys aware that this movie is going to Netflix?
No, I wasn't aware. I wasn't aware. Like I mentioned in the beginning, when I got onto it, I just got onto it because I liked to act, and I thought, wow, it would be an opportunity. Of course, after some time, it was told to us that it was going to be on Netflix. After the cleaning was done and everything, they mentioned to us, and I was like, wow, what a powerful thing to be part of such a trend. To be the first ever Zambian movie on Netflix is such an
Netflix.
accomplishment. It's uh,
Yeah,
it's it's amazing.
and it not only went on Netflix, but it really did its part there on Netflix, and it represented
Mm,
as well, and we are so proud of that.
yeah.
We can also talk of the aspect of the music, the aspect of the music where we see Joseph growing up with the guitar. Oh, by the way, I think I can't move away from this part without mentioning one man, Big Rob, and the role that he played. I think he's one of the people that killed his roles and brought in quite a certain character that we didn't we that we I think we can all resonate with, and I think come up and say, okay, I've seen something like this happen in real life, and I was so happy with that. But moving on again, uh, I'm trying to pick up how the music was performed by Joseph, starting from being a young boy and things like that with the guitar. Was all that assisted?
Yeah, he had to be taught how to play the guitar. She had to be taught how to play the guitar. Yeah.
So she had to play the instrument altogether.
Yeah, she was taught how to do it. She was taught.
The, ladies and gentlemen, everybody watching us, imagine the amount of work that the young girl had to go through. Imagine that. Imagine that. I think I tried learning a guitar at some point, and
Maybe interest. If you have interest and determination, maybe you could.
ah, I think you and I sometimes when people this they tried really, and to think of a young one
They gave
who had
up.
some of us we really give up and things like that. But all the same, now let's talk about people who are looking up to this movie and thinking, well, we want to come up with something like this. That is to the producers. You can talk of the directors. You can talk of the actors, actresses, and all that. All those who feel like I think we can do something like this, or maybe try to aim even higher than where this movie has gone through. What are the possibilities?
The possibility is there. It's there. They just have to be innovative. They just have to really look for raw, fresh talent. I feel that's one thing that as directors and actors we need, directors and film producers really need to do. We need to try and look for raw talent, and it's not something far-fetched. I feel someone can even do something better than this. They can come up with a movie that can get an award in the USA, can get a Grammy and everything. It's just a matter of determination. It's just a matter of determination and passion, so they can do it. Anything is achievable, I believe.
The fact that in Zambia we do not seem to have a school where some of these things are taught. I think if you go to South Africa, there are a lot of universities that will teach you things like things like editing, things like movie production, things like movie directing, and all that. There are universities there, and people are getting degrees. come back home here, we don't seem to have much of those facilities. And when you look at most of the people that are doing these things, they are actually self-taught. Are those part of the limitations that we need to come up and maybe try to eradicate so that we can progress in the movie industry and that?
Well, I do know of the producer Mwape. I can't remember his first name. I'm so sorry. If he's watching this, I apologize. I can't remember his first name. But Owas, yes, the producer Owas Mwape.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think he has a casting agency that actually teaches actors and actresses, upcoming actors and actresses. I think it exists. It's just a lack of interest that maybe that upcoming actors and actresses have. You know, most casting
Hmm.
agencies they do teach, but of course it would be nice to have a university or a college that really just like you go through the whole 9 yards, learning how to be an actress, learning the film industry. Also, I know that a multi choice has got a talent factory. It has a talent
Yeah.
factory where all these things are taught. So I cannot really say that acting and film producing and film producing isn't taught in Zambia. I think it is taught. It's just a matter of upcoming film directors, upcoming producers to just look to just really research on these people who offer such services. Also, I feel upcoming directors and film producers just really need to try and find somewhat form of internships if they are really serious about being a film producer. I feel like they need to go under the arms of a producer who has really gone before them, who has produced many movies. I think they need to go through such kind of mentorship. It's also about finding a mentor. Yeah.
Uh, you mentioned things like multi-choice talent factory. Well, um, if you look at that platform, actually, I am currently enrolled and I'm studying with them actually, and uh, the whole curriculum actually is everything is done online in South Africa, by the way. And uh, if we talk of hands-on kind of approach, this is where I think the outcry is. We need to grow this, and if it is to grow, I'm not sure if you are in agreement, but I want to hear your comment on this. If we are to grow this, we need something like a hands-on approach to ensure that the skills are really transferred into those who are coming and learning this. Because remember, we are talking of um, a lot of youths not having jobs. This is one particular industry that has the ability to employ quite a number of people. Because if you see one movie, the people that are going to be cast and those who will be on the crew, we are talking about over 20 people, one project. And some construction projects actually don't even go that much. So if we are to, don't you think if we are to really get this really going on to the best of our abilities, we need that kind of hands-on approach?
Yes, we do. In Zambia, we really do. We really do. That would be us moving a step forward if we were to have something like the talent factory here in Zambia as owned by a Zambian. I think it would assist us in jumping the bridge, getting as far as we wish to.
Now, I would love you to speak to this young girl, this young boy who feels like one day they should be in the movies. What exactly they need to look at and develop as they go on. What would be your advice? I know I'm not asking you this to say this is the Bible truth. It's only this way that you have to go. It's not like that, but I want to hear what you would advise.
Okay, the firstly, what I would advise is first of all, is this your passion? Is this something that is brewing inside you? Is this something that has got a flame for you? If it is, then I think you should pursue it. But even as you pursue it, pursue it with the help of God. Because for me, I believe everything that is done on this earth can only be done with the help of God. So pursue it with God. If it's your passion, then go for those auditions. It doesn't matter how many auditions you go for. Keep going. There's someone who's going to see you, and at God's appointed time, He will make it happen. So it's not like you go for an audition today, tomorrow you are called. Patience as well. Try to exercise as much patience as you can as you wait for that time when that movie will come through. Thirdly, don't be camera shy. If you want to be an actor, you need to not be camera shy. Love the camera. Feel the camera. Be friends with the camera. Also, practice in the mirror. Look at it may seem like you're talking to yourself. I remember I used to do that a lot before I got on scene for Can You See It? I used to do that a lot. And everything happens mysteriously because I would be I would be in front of a mirror. You're going to laugh at this one, but I'll tell you still. I would be in front of a mirror and I would be playing a role of a heartbroken girl who has been dumped, and she's there crying through the mirror. And so it really helped me. And when I was playing the role in Can You See Us, it really helped me cry because I remembered what I used to do to get myself to cry. So get in front of that mirror, practice, 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 talk to yourself, let the camera be the mirror for you. And most importantly, go for those auditions. Please don't stop going for auditions. Please don't stop.
Were you pretending to be heartbroken, or it was really happening in the real life one?
it, it, some I used to pretend. Let me just say I used to pretend for all of them. We do the heartbreaking, not the other way around.
I love it. Thank you so much to everyone who's watching us. And this is Ubuntu Lifestyle. We are having a chat with Ruth Jule, one of the actresses in the Can You See Us movie that has made so much noise on Netflix. And obviously, a lot of us have been proud of being called Zambians because of that movie. Now, we are coming towards the end there, but uh, I'd love to share. I would love you to share some moments. Like, what was the funniest moment on set when making that movie for you?
I will tell you one. The funniest and my most favorite. So
Yeah,
if
yeah,
you've watched the movie, you will see that there is a scene when I come back from the hospital and I'm talking to Honorable Kangwa Chileshe about how he left me and whatnot, whatnot. Then fast
yeah, yeah.
forward, you will see there's a part where I am begging him not to kick me out of the house. Okay. Fast forward, you see a certain clip of where he's pulling me out. He's like pulling me. We are dragging each other. I want to stay. He wants to kick me out. So what happened on that set was when we were doing the first take. So
Uh-huh.
after we did the rehearsals and whatnot, the director comes, director Kenny Rock comes and tells us, okay, fine, Honorable Congratulations, you're going to be pulling Ruth out of the house because you're kicking her out. Now, Honorable is Buffy, because of the gym and everything.
Yeah.
So on the first scene,
Uh-huh. Ruth, are you with us? Okay. Uh, we seem to have lost Ruth again. What we are going to do here is we are going to play a trailer of this particular movie. For those who have not yet seen it, please make sure you watch it. This movie is available on Netflix. For those who have seen it, maybe just remind yourself of everything in the movie. But let's just get a snippet of the trailer. Producer, if you can give us that, then we'll meet on the other side with Ruth.
I am powerful.
Breathe.
I don't care where you go. I am strong.
I am strong.
I am worthy.
I am worthy.
I belong.
I belong.
Didn't I tell you that we don't play with people like you?
They could never understand you. And what they don't understand, they fear. And what they fear, they seek to destroy.
All right. Thank you so much for sticking with us. And seemingly, we still do not have Ruth back. But whatever the case, this has been a very interesting program. And believe you me, it's just amazing to know that in Zambia we could do such amazing things. We are used to watching other countries give us movies, and we watch them like we can't do it. But this time around, Zambia Kuchalo. It's exactly what we did. My name is Lawrence, and wow, what we're going to do right now is we are going to conclude on the show. Unfortunately, Ruth did not get to share with us some of those funny and crazy moments that they had on scene. But hey, at least we have learned something, and I hope that particular actor or actress who feels like they should be able to make it in this industry right here in ours on our Zambian soil. Please heed to some of the advice that has been given unto us. Remember, this is Ubuntu channel where we believe I am because you are. And Ruth is actually back here. Uh, you promised us that it won't happen again, but it happened again. I told you you can't guarantee.
Yes.
Please, you can pick it up from where you stopped your story.
Yes. So I was saying it was the role where Honorable Kangwa Chilesha was dragging me out of the house when he was chasing me. If you've watched it, you will remember that particular scene. So now take one, we begin. So you won't believe that Honorable Kangwa Chilesha just carried me out of the house and dropped me outside. So we're there like we were in shock. I remember we laughed on set actually. The director said cut, and then we were laughing. So no, but how do you just carry her out and then you drop her? That's not how it works. Drag each other. Then he was like, oh, okay, my bad, my bad. So that was a light moment. I found that to be very interesting because built up man with a small tiny girl just carried her, put her out instead of the fracas of us pulling each other in and out. So it was an amazing scene, and we had to try out that scene for about 5 times or so. Because even if there were times when he still used so much energy, just to get him to tone down to my energy so that we can reciprocate it like that it was fun. It was fun.
At least you got lifted 5 times, I think. 5 times.
I
Yeah.
did. I did. How many people get lifted up by the honorable? How many?
You made it. Don't worry, you made it. We
I
understand that.
did.
Okay, let me just give you a chance to just give us your concluding remarks. We have to wind up.
Okay. So my concluding remarks. What should be my concluding remarks be about? Really? Should it be about me on set?
Whatever you'd want to say, if you have, if if there are people who feel, if there are producers out there who feel they can even get in touch with you, so that they things like this, at least let them know how they can get hold of you. And those people
Okay.
who are actually also those who want to follow you and what you're doing, how they can find you, maybe on social media, things like that.
Okay. Those, if there's a film producer who wants to catch me, who wants to work with me, they can easily get in touch with me on Facebook. They can follow me, Ruth Jule. Just type in Ruth Jule, you will find me right there. I'm sure you'll be able to catch my face. On Instagram, I am Baby Jule 6. You'll be able to find me there. Yeah, I think that's all I have to say. My contact details. Oh, if you inbox me on Facebook, I should be able to respond. I respond quickly, and I'll be able to give you my contact details, and would be able to get in touch in that regard. Otherwise, I am very much available. I look forward to the next movie that I will be featuring in, movie or series. Like I said, acting is my passion, and I hope to harness my talent. I hope to see myself in Nigerian movie, Ghanaian, South African, UK, South Africa, everywhere. US, the whole 9 yards. Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting.
So yeah.
You know, you know the tricky part about interviewing an actress or an actor.
What's the tricky part?
You never get to know when they are serious and when they're acting.
My colleagues tell me that at the office all the time.
You told me right now that the whole time that we've been here, you've been acting.
No, I have been giving you the raw me. Not acting. This is Ruth you've been talking to. But my colleagues do tell me that all the time. They'll literally be asking me, so Ruth, how do we know if you're acting right now? I said, we never know. We never know. It's a gamble.
So at least it's not just coming from me. And if it's many people who feel like that, then you know that it's actually there's some truth in it. We thank you
Mm.
so much, Ruth, that you found time to be with us this evening. We thank you so much that you were on Ubuntu channel. We hope to see a lot more of you, a lot more of you actually being exported, and us pointing to say, we had Ruth actually on Ubuntu. She was actually there.
I hope so too.
Obviously,
I hope so too.
when things when people now become international, like when you start now having gigs in UK, South Africa, and things like that, kaya ngatisaka kona imwe pano stiziva.
Awa tizakankara pamozi kulibe kuchinja yayi tizakankara pamozi. I'll even be doing a live from the US. You'll be calling me, no, what's your time schedule? What time should we put it? Which one is flexible for you? Like that. We'll be on the same table.
All the same, we really appreciate everybody who has been watching in. Apologies that we did not go through the comments, but we appreciate each and everyone who was watching us, everybody who was tuned in live. Remember, you can catch this program anytime you want. You can watch it again because it will be there on whatever social media platform that you feel like watching it from. My name is Lawrence, and on behalf of Ruth, Emmanuel also on the controls, and everybody else from Ubuntu channel, we say good night. And remember, tomorrow, Political Tuesday, back at 20 hours. Good night.
Good night.